I mean,
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Bears first down.
Montgomery on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Vikings' 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
A gain of
that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Shamar Stephen forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Third and long.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Markevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. first down. Here's the run with Cook. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense is going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Darnold on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Score, Vikings 7, Bears 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
First down, Bears.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
24-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. This is it!
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. B.C. Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And 9.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chicago.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bears 21, Vikings 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 24-yard line.
Quick pass out to Miller. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
On the ground, it's Montgomery, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Chicago.
Now Montgomery. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Get ready.
Chicago.
David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. 36-yard line. Darnold to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bilal Nichols gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A strong running. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 38-yard line. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practice